Sunday morning. Welcome to Crandady Garage. Yeah, so we're finally doing some welding. So I think we're going to focus a little bit more on welding today. We're going to take care of all the little small holes and the oval patches that we need to do. The last video through the fast forward section, you should see that we made oval patches instead of using the old stuff. The old stuff is just, it's so small and hard to clean. I mean, that gook was all over it. I mean, it just, yeah, not going there. That's pretty much it. But yeah, so move forward. We started welding yesterday. We got a patch we have to finish back up and tie it back in. And then we have other patches to do and tie back in. So that is going to be our focus today. Oh, coffee good. Anywho, welcome to Crandady Garage. And on to the next clip.
Well, here we go. This is what we got accomplished yesterday as far as welding goes. So you got all the spot welds are tied in there. And for all you professionals, get all bent out of whack. I'm not a professional. Hold your tits, alright? For the love of Jesus. And plus, this is my car, not your car. Anywho. So we got to go back around and start stitch welding this. I think in between we can get more done if we do this one and we start tying in this one and that one over there. So we'll just jump around that way. We're not putting a lot of heat in all these and we can keep ourselves busy. So, and then we would get back into making another patch, and then we'll jump in and doing some more of that the video. And then here's the other thing that I suspected. I'm just gonna have to get in here. I wonder if I can. What if this harness disconnects at this section? It'd be nice if it does. I can take that out. And then that's the. So I think I'm gonna have to get in there real good in that section, and that wiring is shit's in the way. So we'll have to look at that, see if we can get in there and if that can disconnect and move out of our way. I know it disconnect over here. This is the section where it hooks up to the computer and stuff. So, all right. Oh, look at that. It's just terrible. Huh. Oh, alright. To welding. So here we go. We got the rest of the prep done on these plates that we made yesterday, and we're going to go ahead and do weld-through primer on the back of them. Like that one. And this one over here, because they'll get flipped over for facing the other side, because I'm going to try to weld them up on the other side as well. So, this up, come across over here. There's the welder. Oh, go ahead. Let's try not to that. Yes, there we go. Whole lot. Put you over there like that. Like this. There. And we'll have to do some vacuuming again because everything's nice and dirty in here. But yeah. ahead and I'll flip them over, and then I'll start, well, once they dry, I'll flip them over. I'll probably do a little bit of hammer and dolly work on it, see if I can get them to lay as flat as possible. See if I can come in on the other side and do welds on the bottom too. We'll go ahead and we'll make a small plate that goes here. And these smaller pinholes, we're just going to go around, see if we can just, half moon it back, and we'll grind it up on top, we'll grind it on the bottom, and we'll call it good. And then once all the welding's done and whatnot, checked on the price for a new windshield, because this one's all cracked up. They're really good price. They're under $150. I don't know what shipping's going to cost, probably another $50, $200 altogether. But they're pretty good prices. The green tint ones, I guess no one wants the green tint, which is fine. We're just gonna go ahead and pick up green tint one. I don't care. It's a brand new windshield. It's $150. And that's from Rick's or Hawks, one of the two. I think they both had them. Guess no one likes the green. I don't care. It's cheap. It's gonna go in. But yeah, here we go. We'll just keep cracking and lacking, and we'll come back in for next round, showing what we're doing and where we're at. Maybe I'll just scoot a pair of torch glasses over the top of this camera, and you can see what I'm doing here. Jump around and whatnot, do a little bit of fast forwarding, put in another, bout of music for you guys to listen to while you see me run around like a freaking Speedy Gonzales. Alright, next clip. Hey guys, welcome to Crandady Garage. Anyhow, we are next weekend. It is the 18th. It's been a week already since I started the beginning of this video, so this is kind of like the second entry of it. So I started welding up the extra, little plates that I made and whatnot, and tack welding, stuff in. And I went in to make some longer beads on, the sections of the car where the seats go to kind of strengthen it up a bit. I wasn't really happy with the welding. And part of that is my lack of experience with welding, and the other part is I'm using a cheap Harbor Freight welder. It's great. It's a great little machine, but it's also they cheaped out on some things on it. So I bought a
a new ground clamp. When I soldered in a new end on it, got a better ground clamp on it. I hear that helps out with the welder a lot. It's an AC based welder, so it welds thicker metals better than it does the thinner metals. No, it's stitch welding's fine. If you're just doing little pop like little tack welds right on top of each other, it's fantastic. Um, and and, and also it's $120 welder, but that's what we're gonna use. That's what we got until we get to like the roll cage. That's another thing, because if I'm gonna weld the roll cage in, I need something better. By the time I get to the roll cage, my welding should be better. Because I'm doing this every weekend. I'm trying to increase my skill and whatnot. I'm probably gonna go off to the side, do a little bit of practice welds as well. So, but yeah, so here we are. It's the 18th, and yeah, it's getting cooler. It's fall. I'm actually wearing a long sleeve shirt. I might change the shirt out later on, depending on how warm it gets out today. But yeah, we're working back on the Camaro, putting the we'll go ahead and putting the patch panels in. So I bought a couple other things. I bought a weld blanket, panel clamps. Um, I got a new auto darkening helmet. It's a Harbor Freight. I need it because my last one freaking crapped out. I mean, I got their cheapest one. It lasted almost 3 years, but that the real cheap one, you couldn't replace the battery in it. It was basically built into it. I tried, taking it apart and looking to see if I just needed to change battery. Yeah, I'd throw it away and go back to my old school one with a little flip. That thing sucks. I hate using it. I got used to using it, but I really don't like using it. But I got a nice new auto darkening helmet. Went and upgraded. I got it was near like the middle grade helmet. It was like $60, and then at Harbor Freight, they got they actually have a myriad of welding helmets grades. They go up to about $140 is the highest tier helmet they got. They got more features, but the one I got has light sensitivity. It has the auto darkening, how fast it goes on and off, and also it has adjustment. It has adjustment from 9 until 13, and it has one more really cool feature, which is grind. So I think if you're using a grinder and you don't want to, you just click it all the way and it doesn't just shut off on you. You can grind real quick and then put it back to where you want it. Cool feature, I guess. Right? Whatever. But anyways, we're going to get back to welding on this thing. See can we get some more panels on, see if we can get more work done, get some more grinding. I got a flap disc for the grinder to help out with doing like more delicate stuff. I got was it a 24 grit, a 36 grit, a 60 grit, and an 80 grit, or whatever it is in between there. So I got packets of them. So I got some more consumables, which is cool. I got some welding sleeves because I got really sick and tired of freaking, yeah, it sucked. But anywho, new welding helmet, welding sleeves, welding blanket, updated the welder with a better ground clamp. We're going to see how that works. Yeah, because the AC wire feed welder is, the pulse rate isn't as even as it is on a DC machine with a bunch of capacitors. So, you're kind of, so maybe part of it is the not the one of the biggest problems with me welding this is me. So I gotta kind of do what the welder wants a little bit instead of just what I want to do. So I'll have to really pay attention to that because I was trying all kinds of things. I was trying to, like a small back and forth arc and then a wide back and forth arc and a small circle and a large circle. I was trying to see what was going to work better with the machine, and I just wasn't having luck. And a lot of that is probably just me, So we're gonna just go back at it. The welds aren't gonna pop. When I looked under it, they burnt in really good. You can see everything freaking. It's just they look ugly. They look real bad. But anywho, it's gonna stick. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be under the carpet. But when we get to the subframe connectors and the roll cage, I don't want the welds to look so horrendous. If we're gonna use that machine, because I might go ahead and spend some extra money, maybe spend $200 or $300 on a machine that's actually a DC welder and practice with that. But that's no here and there right now, because we're really trying to do this on a budget. So I'm not trying to spend just all the money. That's why we're doing it right here. As you see, I'm doing it right in my front yard. It's right here. It's in the driveway. It's on wheel grips. Okay? I'm a regular everyday guy. I'm gonna make this happen. Back to the weld. Alright, so that's working better. So moving along, some of the areas of the floor pan just need a small patch over the top of it. It's just blowing out and just chasing around holes is what I'm doing. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grind down a couple of these areas. I'm gonna lay a plate down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do an overlap weld around a plate. Just tack it in, stitch weld it in. So other than that, it's working great. It works better with the .30 wire than it does with the .305 wire. Probably because the tip is for the .35. I think it was fighting it a little bit, so that was one of my mistakes, is that I didn't have the larger hole diameter for the tip. So you got to change out your tip for a larger diameter wire. But so I got a new spool. I used a Lincoln Electric spool. It seems to be having a better weld on it altogether. And yeah, also the zit is more consistent. Well, I think a lot of that has to do is with the clamp. The clamp's working a lot better. So between that and not crushing the wire and having a better spool of wire, the welds are going better. It's just I'm not fighting it as much. I can get it to do what I want it to do. So I think that's positive. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put a really nice bead weld down, but we'll find out. I'll do a test area and see how it goes. There we go, guys. So I'm cutting back in, see what I'm doing. So this plate that I started
lukewarm now. Okay. So, yeah, there's actually fuel lines running across this way. So I tucked the blanket up around them to help protect them. And see, these tack welds are actually, these are all separate tack welds coming across here. And they're like really penetrating really well. I should have got closer to the lip over here. You can see where you see the lip a little bit. But underneath you can see it's penetrating really good. It's joining the metal. All the plug welds joined in really good. And then what I'll do is I'll just go around this and freaking tack weld it in like that. Just stitch it in nice and easy. This actually looks better than trying to lay a constant bead. I tried laying a constant bead over here. I mean, it's penetrating really good, but it blows out so easy. You build up so much heat. You can only go like maybe a quarter of an inch at a time. Then again, that's maybe what I might have to do. Now, here's where I was just stitching in, and this is nice little puddles. See that? It just that's not going anywhere. So, a lot better. It's better underneath. I'm not seeing as many boogers either. So, I had to go underneath and clean some more boogers. There's some more holes in here. I think I might get I'll see if I can do that. Maybe I get a patch. I got to grind this down a little bit more, make it more flat. Maybe get a little patch in here. I'm going to put a little square patch on that. Here, I got to cut it. I got to cut it across here and patch that in. And I got to go underneath and do some welding too, because I have to weld underneath here. And there's a couple areas over here I need to still vacuum this back up. Yeah, I mean, the welder's working a lot better, and so I'm happy about that. I mean, I'm not as frustrated as I was, which is good. So I'll have to get a tip for the .35, because I think I only have .30 tips, and I think that was part of my problem, other than just me. But yeah, we're moving along. So we're getting these patches in. Once I get this, I'll just grind this down smooth. I did some grinding here and got rid of the, a lot of lumpies. I got to get rid of the lumpies in here. I'm not trying to make it perfect, but I don't want it getting snagged on stuff either. So I'm gonna have to, dress it up a little bit. Yeah, I know what some of you are gonna say. Grinding doesn't make you a good welder. Well, I'm learning, so just hold your britches, dudes. Hold your britches. That's not professional. Yeah, I got some holes here I need to dress up. That one, a couple here. This was the one I was using a .35. And I was having all that problem with it. It just felt like the rod was just pushing in. There wasn't really a smoothness to it. Now there's a bit of smoothness to it. It just seems that it's actually laying down. That, and I'm trying to adjust my helmet darkening just to see what is best for me. So I can see the lines and the weld. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So I'll bring you back in when I got some more work done, because I like to come over here and start this patch in this corner here and here and get that in that. And I was still looking over here. We're seeing some of the garbage that was going on over there. I think I pretty much got that because I actually welded that entire lip from there to there. So. And then I did find some. Solid good. I did find some water, like on here and into this channel. So that was weird. And I think it's coming from the window somewhere, and it drips down through the dash. Also, I need to take this so-called insulation out. It's fucking ridiculous. It's so it catches fire so easy. So I might take the dash later part today when I get tired of welding. I might take, pop half the dash off, loosen up, see if I can get this crap out of here, because this is nothing but a fire hazard, you know? And then, yeah, so, and it's connected somewhere. It's probably got another one of these. I don't like these things. Fuck those things. If I could take them off or something, rip them out. If that freaking, yeah, that back thing's in my way, I'll just fucking just take it and cut it off, whatever, get it out of my way. Anywho, that's where we're at. And I'll bring you back in when I get further down the road. Yeah, like I said, now professional. And this isn't going to be a show car, it's going to be a fun car. Right? Right. And you know something? And the more I do this, the better I'll get at it. I'm actually happy about that. That's not as boogerish. It's not as horrifying. So, alright. We'll put you back in later. Alright, so we're back in here. So, yeah, the stitch welding's way better now. It's not as... Here I kind of had a hard time. Like maybe there's some grease. Should have cleaned it up a little bit more. Same thing on this side. This top side was good. This bottom side wasn't too bad. So it's getting better. I'm better. I'm feeling better. So right now I'm working on separating this dash enough to get in here and get these plastic clips off. There's these plastic clips. See those fucking thing right there? Yeah. So those holding on. So I'm in the middle of cutting those out. I got a couple cut out that way. This shit's a fire hazard. Fuck that. This shit's coming out. A little bit of engine noise is gonna bother me. I'm not really worried about that. Let's put some Dynomat in this anyway. So this is getting Dynomat. This shit's a fire hazard. Getting this out of here. And the other thing I wanted to check is getting the dash out of here and seeing if there's like you know, cancer creeping up on here. It's like maybe the window wasn't leaking, or maybe it's leaking but it hasn't, you know, set rust in. You know what I'm saying? See there? That's not bad. I don't see any signs of rust there, or clear across here, like in these corners here. Oh, my bad, I'm freaking zooming in on us. There, like that. Top around here is pretty good. I don't know if someone put that in, if that was factory or whatever, but, you know. Anywho, this is getting replaced. They for $165 I can get one with green tint. I don't give a fuck about the green tint. We'll fucking get it. Because this spider crack is fucking, yeah, it's gotta go. Anywho. But yeah, the welding's better. I'm a lot more happy with it, more comfortable with it. And they got some more little patch welds and shit to do. I started closing that one up a little bit more. I got to move on. See if I can get like 1 or 2 more patches on this side after I get the dash sorted and whatnot. I got to figure out my plan of attack for that. I got to do some grinding and smooth it out and clean it up more and shit like that. So, but yeah, that's where we're at. We're still working on it. This is the most time-consuming stuff. Fixing all these freaking holes and shit and making shit right and getting it painted. Yeah, that's way more better penetrating. Yeah, if you stay on it too long, it will melt through, but just I like it better. It's laying down better. It's cooling better. I like it. That clamp and the right wire size for the tip was everything. This is really boogered up, but we'll clean it up a bit. We just don't want it to catch on anything, so we'll smooth it out. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. This is a fun car, not a fucking show car. So. See that, how booger that is over there? Oh my gosh. Yep. So that's where we're at right now. And I'll chime in after I get some more stuff done. And these dashes crack real easy too. That's another thing. This dash is horrendous. Look at that dash. They actually make a glue on for this. I'm not sure if I glue anything to that. I just have to buy a new one. They're expensive new too. They're not cheap. But so the other thing I was thinking is creating a metal top for it and glue a metal top to it instead. You know, get some 20 gauge sheet metal and just, you know, hammer it out and do some tack welds and make it look real nice. I was actually thinking of doing that and then gluing the sheet metal to it because the sheet metal won't care like the plastic will. So, oh no, we'll think about it because I have to put it on some sheet metal and then trace it out, you know. So, all right, well, I'll bring you in later when I got some more work done, or maybe I'll put us back on some time lapse. You can see me running through stuff. Well, hey guys, how's it going? This is the end of the video for this week, for the last 2 weekends. So I think this is video 5. I think episode 5. Yeah, I think it's episode 5. But anyhow, one of the boys' friends stopped by, and both my sons work with him, and he's the only one with a pickup truck. So I did them a favor and took some of my scrap steel and built them a lumber/ladder rack. So very basic, you know, 4-pole rack, you know, above the truck box with about 7-inch ends coming out each corner. So that's what I did with the rest of my day. But I didn't get work done on the Camaro. But it wasn't a loss, even though I spent the last 4 hours building that for him, because I got to weld and test out all the welders. That little welder actually likes welding a little bit thicker metal. The thin stuff it's a little finicky with, you know. But then again, it's also probably me, you know, getting used to the settings one up. But it is welding a lot better. The .30 and the .30 nozzle and the better clamp made a big difference of using that welder. I was a lot more confident with using the welder today. I wasn't far as frustrated as I was the last time. And the welds are just better. It's got better heat, you know. So, you know, dialing in the feed was easier. But yeah, you know, thanks for watching Crandady Garage, and you know, rate, comment, subscribe, and we're still going to have a bunch of more boring stuff for you until we get to that T5 install. But that's going to be the premiere of the channel, that T5 install. So, you know, stay tuned. We'll eventually get there.